Hello all, my name is Shantanu and my project partner Mohammed Anton. We both will explain you Eternal Blue Double Person, the exploit. You might have seen the screen before. Yeah, you are right, it's an WannaCry ransomware. Just not WannaCry ransomware, there are other ransoms such as NotPetya and the Bad Rabbit, which gave rise to a huge amount of disaster in our computer industry. So, what was the main reason for this ransomware? That's the Eternal Blue exploit with CV ID MS17010. As we can see from the graph, the WannaCry was spread across 150 countries with about damage of USD $8 billion as compared to NotPetya $892 million in damage, and it spread only across 65 countries, whereas the Bad Rabbit had significantly lower impact. This WannaCry virus was used using the Eternal Blue exploit, which is an assembly exploit, which is used to communicate between the printers and small peripherals in a Windows terminal machine. It exploited Windows Vista, Windows 7, Windows 8.1, Windows 10, and number of Windows servers such as 2008 and Server 2012. The Eternal Blue was used to create a self-spreading mechanism for WannaCry ransomware and later the subsequent ransomware outbreaks like NotPetya and the Bad Rabbit. The impact of the Eternal Blue was devastating, with companies reporting total damage of over $8 billion across 150 countries, which is according to the IBM Expose. The history of Eternal Blue. According to the statements made by the Microsoft, Eternal Blue was developed by the United States National Security Agency, formerly named as NSA. The NSA almost spent a lot of years, to find bug in Microsoft software. Once they found it, the NSA deployed Eternal Blue to exploit the vulnerability. The NSA used Eternal Blue for 5 years before alterning Windows Office existing. Later, a hacking group named Shadow Brokers leaked the NSA hacking tool on April 14, 2017, and it was publicly available to all the peoples. So Anton will explain you the working.
Hi, this is Muhammad Anton, and I'll be talking about how it works. The Eternal Blue exploit works by taking advantage of SMB version 1 vulnerabilities present in older versions of Microsoft operating systems. SMB version 1 was first developed in earlier 1983 as a network communication protocol to enable shared access to files, printers, and ports. It was essentially a way for Windows machines to talk to one another and other devices for remote services. The exploit makes us use of a Microsoft Windows handler, where a hacker can feed specially crafted packets from malicious attackers. And all the attackers needs to do is send a maliciously crafted packet to the target server, and then it's boom, the malware propagates and a cyber attack ensues. Let's take a look at its demo.
Now we'll see the implementation of the Eternal Blue double parcel exploit. We'll use the MSF console for this. That is nothing but a Metasploit framework. Here we go. We are into our Metasploit framework. So we'll be using an auxiliary scanner in order to scan for the vulnerability. The vulnerability is of the SMB that is used for the file sharing. That is nothing but the printer sharing and other things. So we'll do the show options in order to see what things we need to provide in order to do a scan. So the thing here is our host, which is required, and that's all. So we'll set the R host to the IP address of our Windows machine. Again, we'll do the show options to verify it's set or not. Here we go, we have fulfilled all the requirements. Then we'll hit run in order to scan. Here we go. Host is likely vulnerable to MS17010. That is nothing but a Windows Server 2008 R2 data center. I'm using Windows Server in order to show that not only the regular PCs can get exploited, but as well as the data center level PCs as well. So here we go. It is more likely vulnerable. Now we'll go back. Now we'll use the actual exploit. Here we go. Use exploit Windows SMB and MS17010 Eternal Blue. We'll again do the show options. Here the things which are required are the R host, and that's all, because the other things are set required as no. So we have all set. Now we'll again set the IP address, and again we'll do the show options. Here we go, we have satisfied all the requirements. Now it's time to run the exploit. Here we go, our exploit is getting executed. And our metadata session has been opened. So let's do pwd, which is the to check which directory I am. Here we go, I am in C Windows System 32. If I do dot, here we go, I am into the C directory. I can also go to the users directory and list the number of users. As you can see, there is a shan VM. Here we go, we got the number of files. We go to documents. Here we go, I got my file. I have been hacked, so we'll download that file. And I've downloaded it. It is saved in home Kali. I have been hacked. Here we go. When we move on to the Windows server, here we can locate that file in the downloads directory. Have been hacked, and its contents, as we can see that uh, the Windows file system is showing nothing that it has been hacked, but actually it's been hacked using the SMV port 445 using the NS exploit, that is nothing but the eternal blue. Thank you.
Okay, let's talk about some security measures. We have to update our Windows to latest version, and we have to close all ports which are not required, such as port 445 used by Eternal Blue. Don't connect to public Wi-Fi if possible. Use VPN. Do not give permission to application to override the register keys. Always download softwares from original resources. And finally, from this project we learned how the Eternal Blue exploit works, its execution using Metasploit framework, how we should avoid it, and on the other hand, other security parameters such as which ports to keep closed. That's all. If you have any questions, you may ask. Thank you.